afi Kisentins dynamo hona new branch no yede aba 03220 3838 nkane onyama de ehwa na obenya bie na afi watimi eto the virgin doctor Dr. Lawson local minister no eboa emema mase etimeche nufonum yedu etunum timi yedu dileman capsule anche ene nya abasobo wokwa amawura mfi Lawson heba minister no ebi na afi ointment no fatwetwe achi obwa kwa na ho ana so ekese no ewo kwana ka eba misi eba dani heba fedements have made 0242 13 35 77 I care Herbal Clinic I resanyina ne fie ene ho paroni bam no ema bi empa ho da ni nyina mu nso no na just herbal ointment no ema rashes no etimi eko ye kanesa hepatitis B ene stroke no monkwai enkra no a omuntimi nkoni pam cerebral palsy no ye behwe no na afei na no na eba nsuo no sabe etimi efe no so Monday to Saturday ye trase ebo adwuma bra promise eba fedimens tani obenya ointment ni bi etimi ato 0243 035898 boss.
Yeah. About for inquiry.
Come on. Kurt brings out Hubudius verdict to cover up Black Stars 3-0 defeat to Algeria. I'm on for this verdict not the by any day. Shy Nana, officer of the other two a bit sure attention, a dear free, and Garcia to Ghana also. Kotoko beaten 4-1 by dynamic Togolese in Togo. And also the move and so Eddie begging for points from who? This is not a problem. He should respect his chairman. We will beat them again. I like the visa to Nanaya.
He should respect his chairman. That's it. Saying.
I say, points for 6 points. I say, yes, professor, Ebobono for points now. They are not begging for points. And I like the visa respond.
What to say?
And I say, one of the question points if you know. On for woman, chairman. Now,
I send any response. Send any response.
Any response.
The issue is not about Boo chairman. The issue is points and answer to address the points in every year.
And so we know what's saying Eddie Biasoso.
Send any response. Anna,
Osaka won't say I'm saying she could be on the side.
I don't need response.
And then I respond, but the same one yet.
Say, on for woman, chairman.
And then cancel.
Now I'm castle mood on your move and on allergic castle.
I think the response there you react to an accusation.
Yes.
Maybe I say me am begging for points that. And I like that one. Yeah, we don't beg for points. We play for points. Maybe we will prove say I begging for points on Mecca. And again we will beat them.
Yes.
Yes.
Now respect chairman the NDF asem for me.
Say no we are not the bishop.
But chairman waka say see you no respect him.
And that is Alaji Nebeka. But Alaji say say wo bibia kan fa bu ko ma o chairman ye.
No asem no be yana.
Tama sen to kwa ne mo e de no.
There be a chese any response say asem foforo. Alaji aka asem foforo. So I mean artist say
chairman see you no muni chairman. Okay fine no so you can okay I'm say make my fire no so.
Any response.
Let's say this Alaji Tibia ye see you no so no.
That is but all has a response there. Now me catch you say Harry why you say so akwa na no so send it.
So no yen bo half be said what kwese no be dey aba be ku. Na dey say Tama visual challenge no. Visual see challenge no. So far kuma pin for na nya 4200. Na o can say
virtual na visual.
Virtual.
Go now we visual me mbese say virtual and I didn't say visual.
Say kunya no mo ntina so bi.
Say na virtual no.
Wo mo say
virtual
wo say Tama e bia ohun stadium na say numbers no yi no. Ye ma kakra bi no. Enye obi a na betima ko stadium. Nti say untimi makra ma osi camera. Che say otwa nko odwa na nwumako eno bi na omo ye no. Na group ba akwa from Kumape omo ye WhatsApp platform. Omo say on person omo raise 5,000. Na de bia me dey update ba ene me no ka say Tama omo raise 4,200. Omo so be Saturday. Nti omo guso a omo go ebo hu de wuru di kire kotokwachita fo ni nyina say obi a em kan ne ho. We na competition other platforms nso nya bi. Na NCC for na so nsom nom so nya bi no mo fa moa because tama we na wo ka say ene ye be discuss it nana ya o say we use internally generated funds and the yetimu no enye balabala haminoku into we no kotoko is no more a haminoku team according to nana ya so ho sisi ade ono akopɛ sika na o de ayetimu no na we mun kwan bi nim say so ne bebo ama sika na
o chembu fro
me che haminoku no
so ka say I think me tie no ka nipa ba ku sika
oh that be voice ni mo be so be hono na be akọ jiska fi obi hono mu
na so wo jiska fi supporters no how you know say haminoko
that be where the jiska one says go
no he mentioned
you are paying for the seat empty seat
no he subscription he mentioned subscriptions merchandising
sending a revenue generation avenue
subscriptions you wo jiska fi supporters on so under subscription. But
yes.
The all canon is not about your supporters or a group of people contributing. Some say ye nchemu yi or kase nipa ba kono ni bottom na club no rely on. When you scam team ni move, but when all over the world you get money from your supporters. I don't caso Mumra Stadium now ni Kenya supporters isika. Merchandise is not from the supporters. Impose sponsorship but because they know they will get return on their investment from supporters. Enti nipa ba ko me nka mum. Em friend haminoko bia. When your supporters say kuma pay for dey. Anya haminoko.
Some they are paying for the city.
Very good and it goes to the club. Enti yan kire ye man joso yan na say bia.
Don haminoko no. We say uko be so ko jina obi su na wo yiri naji na mo edin wan fa
ma.
When
you ask your supporters to contribute haminoko. Mumvest camera ni mbanye team. It's not haminoko.
City now available now. Untimi occupy because
at
of
the end of the day you bring money that will be used by the team. Zach, yeah, great.
Yeah. So, I'm say, menim say me nko dia. I've not me share I'm very impressed about Antonio Conte Juma or since about the time no. Me say me nko na me hu say it looks like engineer emphasa. Because even when they are winning games, enye too convincing. They struggle. So they struggle then they find a way and win. But now I'm saying game in the game I share there. This is born too much. Now I like his honesty. Waje tum say Tottenham middle team say team baby out of to some top for no you see you mum free. I don't continue can was you free. Oman kan me middle team. Nti top for dey you free. Nti sa o rank na wo ye te. And Nasam Yakanya Titasam current or say today the middle team.
But by the points that they have. Me points no more now. Me just was meet me I rank you be top 4 team more than them. They are by the points they have. Me cause of me a top 4 team. I mean just was my say ma. Antonio Conte never check me master mami. Because I look at the league table. And I think that and they semi conclusion more chances of making the top 4 don't make count.
Oh yeah, but it's now the coach comes out himself to say the way I now from a fan on team no or buy a closer no won't say yes and the team the team
the guy has not lost a single league game since or joining
so
league you know say hey cast man you no the na me cast based on what I have seen
let's on ebia ono so ehun dem me hu say they are struggling even when they are winning games so ebia for example
like it we see Antonio Conte see mini omumfi top form ono no comment dey come in kebi but you referred to me and I make a choice say me hwe league table na mini omumfi because this is a new coach who has come and has not lost a single game.
Yes.
My speed no me dey ban. One also but I look at the Tottenham team. Jose Mourinho ne papa no coach here na. I think Empunra even in defeat when Chelsea was dominating, you could see a certain pattern. Very good organization. Just that Chelsea were quality change. And you know, coach, it is something minutes 70 changing that team move and ever. So in terms of quality, Chelsea is ahead of them. Ever say coach, you can't do anything. But so you Liverpool need Chelsea. And Man City free more. I think that the next batch of teams, you know, they are there. Maybe they are not. If I could be wrong. Teams in me and San, me feel say, I'm fighting for top 4. I mean, do count.
And so on a problem one, because Oshe Sami and Sana are bona. There's some in there that Oshe match that they've played. Any points on winya, not team be a we film now. Question marks are there.
Question marks no way.
Me and Sana Arsenal West Ham and Tottenham now abono. West Ham how many points? More they played more games even than Manchester United. So on what basis do you place Tottenham West Ham ahead of Manchester United? Say they will be in the top 4. United cannot play in the top 4.
As it's all about West Ham, so. And some guys are got Tottenham.
Oh, say Tottenham there. Yeah, I realize it. Game there shared and round.
Because issue in the end, say, are we dealing with Tottenham or we are dealing with West Ham? Near Timia can be.
We are dealing with all of them.
And I want us to look at Tottenham.
Okay.
Now, this is the EPL table as I have here. Man City were 53 points after playing 21 games. Chelsea 43 after 21 games. Liverpool 42 after 12 games. Arsenal 35 after 20 games. West Ham 34 after 20 games. Hold on. Tottenham 33 after 18 games. So I look at the trend and results on war, and I want to conclude say Tottenham matches me nuna kana ombeboni omo 20 na yepeno. They can win one and even lose one. And if they should win one and lose one, they move to 36. 36 the number 4. So if I say this team, in my opinion, count more very high chances of playing the top 4. But for my ebony.
Udenka unye boni but asemi no and on coach abase.
And one coach is not near 4.
He's coaching
near 2 years near 2.
He's coaching the team. He's coaching the team. And I want who the problems because or you're more closer than all of us. I don't say.
Okay, to make it quite easier for all of us, no. Can we look at what he said exactly? Na yembonshim nemra. Also saying na yembonshim. Antonio Conte.
Also
the quality of Chelsea.
Also omi middle team, and you think that there are more Juma what Tottenham team does what he envisaged Tamano Urbano, and he can't solve the problem in January. He can win our interview. He can't solve the problem in January, and the problems are bigger than what he envisaged.
It was a difficult game from the start
before he came, and they are middle team. What they are.
So biggest concern is top 4 Tottenham is a middle ranked table team.
No, you see, me performance wise, you see, who based on results from Munyana, because a team that even when they are winning, you could see they are struggling. For example, Ubeka game against Watford was I watch them against West Ham United. So you see,
I'm not Watford.
Say we na last minute or match 1-0.
Na so mom no more compared to 4. I'm so say Watford 1-0. So they were not better again. Norwich.
Watford was Manchester.
Norwich. And Watford share Manchester.
Was Manchester.
That's yeah comparative analysis.
You see
what I'm
saying. What's what
Antonio Conte is saying is that
Omunye ready to challenge for title.
Project one. Basically, that's what he's saying. But after that group, no, some come behind the kind, Chelsea group, no, Liverpool City, no, then there come another batch. So another batch, no, first, no, na ye Man U, West Ham, Arsenal, Tottenham.
And
I say Man U seem not to be interested.
How? Because based on what points build up in our bono, and doesn't support it.
No, of course.
So, what's
They
now?
are about
Now
it.
that is over 31.
What's
Or one
now?
standing game now by 2020. So share. Eh?
Okay, 34.
And we won 34. 2 points between one and Arsenal.
That we just won.
And answer one. Arsenal is on 35, right?
Yes.
So about 1 point. Arsenal not that 4 for no. So and there because the United in free the top 4 race no.
And Oshas were obeying more points than West Ham United.
Arsenal got 36. One 36. So they are within the same rank. We are not saying that we are case.
But West Ham.
Those top 4 are ambitious so my winning.
But Obesan West Ham.
With Otuo say as a United they are not interested in the top 4. On perform another defeat to Wolves now. But we had the statistics on the ground that
one name you
I know Lusuba.
And no say lose interest in my opinion. And they won't win me opinion in free.
Of course that is your opinion. You see
what no. And man who say money top 4 no be.
Okay, and some of us disagree with you.
That's all. And mommy hold me there and you hold yours.
Whatever
I say Antonio Conte too. Antonio Conte na ye can on who improvement be our team. But I'm looking at when Antonio Conte came. Baby, I'm not Tottenham da. Nam they compare. O ma fefo na o no mo please baby I know mo wo. Antonio Conte wa massive points. A chain. Omo an contemporary from no maybe probably Arsenal na minti. But omo maka no de when your points chain homo.
I think that's true. That one is true.
And what's my make no?
That one is true.
Antonio Conte about
I saw Ralph Ranić playing 2-2 as a sign with Newcastle. I saw him beating Norwich 1-0. I see everybody has beaten Norwich by 3-4.
Very disappointing.
On watch a one.
If I score like power, very disappointed. Newcastle.
Wolves is channel. Just my make us like to watch us press as the man can hear me and do the corner.
Now no, me who Chelsea no Tifia or Jerusalem about draw.
But winning in a chair.
And you know, I know this a football. Will be Asher 1. No, be Asher 2. Be Asher 3 there. I know there.
No, we wait to what I say. When only Newcastle will be a shenable 2-2. A moment to make count once. So shall Norwich now bre 1-0. Norwich will be at an ocean. Will be at an ocean. Now this stage, so could share Wolves. Now Wolves outplay when outscore you. This will be our next game. I met him in the Akasa. Me
Conte Bar, just like Social Bar United for Frono. Offer resource now a deceptive, understand? The resource will deceive you, Kakra. Yes, when you have the resource, no. But maybe performance wise, if you're born performance wise, you could see that even when resource are all winning Pono.
I saw him, and I don't know going to any Liverpool ball, year and then.
2-2.
Nigeria performance being now okay.
If about 2-2,
the only game they've lost in England, the whole night against Chelsea. And I'm saying, say, I see a pretty top 4 now. Train no quiet, but you're not Chelsea in your message.
No, be a
no, be a while. What do you
say to answer my you?
Oh, man, guys, what
just answer my you. Wouldn't watch you.
They are better than all of you.
That's it.
Chelsea, I want Chelsea, no answer my you.
Just why are they saying now?
No, I had the same. But answer my you.
Points in another than league near Castle Yard, baby, I done here, don't go. That's it.
I saw Tottenham Tima under Jose Mourinho. If you are in accept so they will make it to the top 4. So even winning the league never difficult, they will make it to the top 4. When Tottenham was having a good run under Jose Mourinho. And the listeners will help us. So if you are almost everybody, so for the top 4 they don't, so he will make it.
And then what happened?
What happened? I been in next year can say the top 4 is a week. I thought I'm and they said the whole can you Antonio Conte home and they said was
time Marino time ben okay.
Oh, you are aware. When
season
at a point in time but at top of the league
season there.
Is it the first season or about midway or best or start season? Season was starting, when he was on top of the Premier League. Now almost every club on site. If you me see almost everybody. Almost everybody.
Oh yeah, but there was a moment I think he came either second or first.
He was on the top of the Premier League.
No, that was I think before December.
Yes, no,
before December.
Season over twice on.
Yeah, season on started, you know.
I know that
top of the league.
Buy about that top before
December.
Before December.
Marino da league top December. League na City ni Liverpool bon.
Obapa ya.
Obapa say what's up with that so.
That's what 6 games we na.
There was
na 6 games after ball 6 games we na say 0 points I say.
No, it wasn't 6 games.
What's he was beating every team on site. Which month?
Me say
Marino.
By legend he had that spare. Well,
why was he sacked?
No,
and I remember
it was.
But why was he sacked?
It was a full season here. Kapi Kanane said there was a movement. Spabia or Baya that top of the league.
Maybe you're for me, but police are. That's why I'm happy that Kofi Abamo.
Yeah,
and you will be just like that.
But me just a time Ben and Morino that first.
What I say so. Kofi
na Tottenham yi akwara mpamo na Antonio Conte be
Espirito Santo
one first
other first
ale just obi at na first ni bi
of course that don't make us say
Morino example na
and don't make us say dey wo kan as against Antonio Conte zuma all kan me cry me Antonio Conte no enough for all kan if say me taking on am say EFL Cup Tottenham out even though they have the second leg to play on next week Wednesday. But per the all can say they cannot continue because one is admitted say Chelsea and the golf of quality Chelsea project and everything is far ahead of them,
which is true,
and that has been the case for the past 10 years.
So
that has been the case for the past 10 years.
Obviously Tottenham challenge Chelsea.
It's not obedient challenge, but that has been the case for the past 10 years.
On the 9th week after Tottenham share City 2-0 no and I'm top that was the 9th week until the following year also at about form.
Thank you very much. Prior to that over that top and he was beating every team on site.
9th week every team on site.
Prior to over that top because who is on that top, this is the Premier League, so it means he was beating almost every
week 9.
Yes, it means that about 9 previous games and that's 8 previous games.
Week 9
at the 9 and was City and prior to that say so share. Answer what you mean.
December.
I'm not. Nobody is talking about Kofi about December. Me can't December. But I mean, a moment.
Me can't just say initial stages. Nah. To say this year Arsenal ball 4-0.
But we do as to say. That's what admit say.
Arsenal ball 4-0. By nay, one more 12 points. As the Arsenal. The league in the boy week 9 they own you.
That's no the can say.
And that's our season and you know.
The can say Tottenham. Yeah, the same season now. The can say Tottenham. Because at that time Europa. But for God supposed to bet match Europa no. He was doing well, beating every team or share.
And Europa
that was when Hurricane. At that time playing all at the same time as a player or top assist.
Well, that rumor, Mr. So what is the point here?
The point is that and you want Antonio Conte open say man who say Tottenham team no ye hu bi da na make catch say to boase.
Asama maka fa Antonio Conte onya.
To boase.
Me I watch the Premiership part say they will be ahead. And I've seen Tottenham improve. I've seen the organization imponra. Time I see Chelsea dominate them, you could see a Tottenham side that is very difficult just to overrun, take them on. To say they're non same munengo for your Tottenham no. Tottenham partnerless Tottenham now. Oh, you know. And then who's Antonio Conte?
That game I watched, I did not see that what you saw.
They're here.
Sign a game no man who Tottenham are now that organized.
We want to improve now in terms of organization. They are better than the under Jose Mourinho and Nuno Espirito.
Portugal. And I disagree.
Oh, I know you disagree. Oh, the better than we won't disagree.
I
agree on the main news. Portugal for no combine. I did not see this improvement.
So I'm going to say, you bet Johnny say, not one no qua. Yeah, assess based on the yeah, but what the comparison in Burma? That's
what I'm saying that when you lose to Chelsea, and you know I'm the better at Tottenham. No, me too. Tottenham team na omuni Newcastle ne hwan very difficult under the Portuguese. But we know they are beating every team apart from Chelsea.
But and I'm saying that was Tottenham team.
Today when you are beaten by City, Liverpool and Chelsea. Me fair no njajo. That was Tottenham team. They are in a different class.
That Tottenham that could beat Manchester United by 6 goals to 1.
Manchester
United was second in the Premier League. Manchester United at any point in time and man enko ye but it's a big force. Oh that maybe I headline na because you kwaro no
there be jeje kakra ye ba enko Europe biem ye be fia no obi wo kakra
Manchester na mo kakra so ho
well legend see Kunte issue ni dey kan bebrebe I think say we say we were so much confident in Manchester United players no omo abilities but omo hwe no ma ye kakra omo hwe no ma ye kakra. Yeah, maybe in terms of quality at the disposal of Manchester United. SAB squad we as a Sunday.
As Sunday Bolagum comedies.
So legend.
Is it 14 of us are at the boom?
On why?
On striker.
Yeah, but also no
that's one is not a January move.
Oh yeah, also as a project.
What's one year's not target?
Also as na any project enticing to
National target.
Now come on, with a player.
I'm the way go.
Oh.
I'm the dumb look at
Terror. Went to the
46 million pounds plus look at Terror. What's one year's not target? What's been? Oh.
Yeah, go around Europe. No,
that is a fact. Because one, they never judge in his head.
Also, but a serious comment also about one issue. But a serious
evidence.
Between us and Manchester United, one of the Manchester
Come on,
I cup Nancy Riviana.
What is it? Cup over the cup.
How much you have cup? No one cup Nancy. Matthew, I did it. With your over 14 as of class now in you. Now for dinner, I'm Gaza, Mam Vaza Munson.
The records of Antonio Kunte actually be said were an instant hit. Capipes also read it.
Do some holidays. Snobs Asna.
Manga.
Snobs Asna. Arsenal's move.
And I can't mean here. And guys who are in your
coat also on Mars.
And guys who are in
What can the coat knows what Mars and I'm yet?
This one, Varovic snubs Arsenal move as Serbian is seeking a more ambitious project in heavy blow to Memphis pressure. I'm here.
Legend. The records of Antonio Kunte Chese were instant hits. Say what follow the track record as a coacher. Where a coacher or pick a teamer or master instant results on our best expect a free no. Or no, only Jose Mourinho was similarities kakrebi legend. I am not pick challenging jobs as a jobs are a human Eden pa. Or pick challenging job Eden. Oh, Roma you may say Eden pa. Roma you may say ya wakofa.
I na friend challenge.
Eden papa. Tottenham adwuma na okofa no. Na Eden pa. Manchester United adwuma na okofa ni say na Eden. So Mourinho is one coach or tap pick adwuma. Eya na Eden difficult to turn the situation. Sa adwuma no. And I coach a friend Antonio Conte so pick bi. Because or pick Juventus team now places 7th. From 7th place or the Juventus J the Serie A in his first season. That is Antonio Conte. Legend or pick Chelsea Football Club. Now Chelsea place 10th. Or pick a 10th place team at Ombeji Premier League the following season. Was also twice with the FA Cup for Chelsea. That is Antonio Conte. At the time I pick Italian national team no. Net team now depleted in terms of quality at the disposal of the national team. Once again, or pick a to my friends at Tottenham Hospital at the time at Tottenham air struggle and clearly say offer movement Antonio Kuntabala the few games our as compared to before so bebana you could clearly see say yenya improvement no so he's one coach at any point in time or pick it in biano net him was struggling state and or pick a club no but I know so usher the form of a Tottenham Hotspur I think so are convincing to a greater extent but legend this is Chelsea Football Club me say enya Lukaku nseme obeye ne nansi a ye nyina obeda dwene ho awonte asia Chelsea one of the teams to beat Chelsea one of the teams to beat in the Premier League. Now, they're not Lukaku penal. Legend, once I know Mammy Nana Lukaku pe. One, or complaining about the system of Thomas Tuchel. And two, or complaining about game time. The amount of minutes I day man or all. And none of them is doing what I mean, Lukaku. Because legend, Adiana Lukaku forgetting and say. One back Chelsea at a time and a Chelsea struggle, Dabi. He came to a winning Chelsea team. Senrefia. Chelsea team no about Chelsea had the Champions League and Super Cup. I placed third in the Premier League. The level and the standard of Chelsea team not and dropping like I say. Lukaku never Peter Chelsea, no. But Chelsea better transfer fan say. Jeffrey team near ball last season now. You realize that missing one key strike will beat me a lot of goals. And the uncle for Lukaku make him no and Chelsea struggle. So you don't expect Coach Francis Thomas Tuchel has about to the entire system because of the inclusion of Lukaku. But rather Lukaku also fit into the system Thomas Tuchel. And yet Thomas Tuchel also assistant in sending just to suit Abrante Francis Lukaku. Et me transfer as a Michel Lukaku in some kind they do not add up. In any case, Oban's Obabi Pride. Before Sobe Prano, Lukaku was always playing for Chelsea. And the two issues are no raising game time, any system, it doesn't add up. And to me, legends, I'm a transfer as a for Chelsea team, I watch Tottenham Hotspur. Mention I who is a big day. I think it's one of the big teams. But one key game because it was one key game because
key game.
Oh, legend, one pound answer. I don't referee, Anna, where you were near Friswana. Juve ball against Napoli.
Milan Roma.
Milan and Odaho.
Milan Roma in there.
5-15.
And it is Juve ball against a
Milan Roma
and 5-15.
Okay. 5-15.
Juve air ball against Napoli. I think that's the biggest.
But we are bigger than Juve.
Derby. Oh, what's your table?
Coaches.
Oh, and your coaches are saying. Juve Napoli is a big game and I'm prepared now because legend. What's the time, my friends? Yeah, okay.
Juve Napoli.
Yeah.
Napoli for when they want to play.
They play.
Everybody so has so much that.
Almost sensitive. Almost like mentality or more mentality issue.
One boy.
J Arena.
But you be so bold. You be say a Roma home.
Sir, at the moment, you know, fourth.
Juve lead Roma.
Yeah, say Juve the fifth.
Did you be say Roma?
Juve say. Now we get big news. We didn't get big news.
Maybe a Juve free ban.
It was shut on big news. And Juve the fifth.
I'm going, you know. Anna conference over that. You were great. And give one more conference second time. He's a big coach.
What's that?
On do more conference with him, sir.
One over na hen over.
Over to Fiorentina.
One over.
Over to Lazio.
One over. You go Serie A say 4 teams for Champions League, 2 for Europa Cup. It's on the
just up to 6. Only we need first to 6.
Because league table now me hono. A bedding. Europa no.
We also bet in first season.
Initially, first to 6. First to 6, he can make it.
5th to you know plus Coppa Italia winner no. Only Juve money Fiorentina money April.
Juve April Europa.
But their position currently Europa position.
Circumstantial.
But as at this stage, their position is Europa.
Yeah, but
and based on how the teams have performed at the first half of the Serie A, no. So offer the standard of the team's normal performance. na say I assessment the top 4 teams need to perform better than Juve.
So you've not seen an uprise and a decline of some other teams as compared to the uprise of Juve.
The general assessment of the first round of the Liga, Inter, Milan, Napoli, Atalanta, are performing better than Juve.
Yes, but
and currently they have the materials to perform better than Juve.
Materials.
Yes.
Milan still materials.
But the last 2 seasons, Milan are performing better than Juventus.
Now watch the players are missing because of AFCON. What currently watch the Milan squad? Currently watch the Milan squad. Kese Benase watch your squad is easy.
Until see a bedroom on yeah, can't the boy.
I know. Also share future.
You're talking about squad now, legend. Today, you always talk about Frank Kese here, right? Kese Abba Africus or the AFCON. It's me Benase. Eko Algeria. Eko AFCON. Eti Mayfield has been among the Babu Siriana.
No, Milan best Mayfield this season is Tonali. He's still part of
no,
the team.
No.
No, Obi Awasha Milan this season.
He has performed better than Frank Kese.
This season.
Sandro Tonali.
Yes.
Jibu.
I don't want Milan matches.
Come on.
Obi Awasha Milan matches be away news. Milan best performing Mayfield this season in the Italian Serie A. Sandro Tonali.
Tonali coaching me
na Milan Mayfield will be at the bench this season because of number of matches and rotation. By the way, about the most minutes na Tonali. Tonali about more minutes than any Milan Mayfield this season. It is what he has been the most improved and most informed Milan midfielder. Sandro Tonali.
African boy.
I'm not saying say it will not affect because no. I'm not saying say it will not affect. I'm not saying say it will not affect.
Or discount Frank Kese.
Asem na American. 2 different issues na mo discuss. O say Kese has been Milan best player.
That is how I see it.
And I'm say Milan most improved and best midfielder this season is Sandro Tonali.
I strongly disagree.
So what did the mention I say? Preparing yourself for the season.
Disagree.
Milan knew Kese, Benase, Balotelli, Ombeko Cup of Nation. So what did the mention I say? They are say I'm say injury setting like first part of the season say the injury setting. Obi to say Ante Rebic, later part Rafael Leao, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Olivier Giroud, Simone Kea, Alicio Romagnoli, Theo Hernandez, Brahim Diaz, Enege Milan Nebui, Mizutu, Enra, Calabria, Tomori, Romagnoli, COVID. They are out of the game. So what did they mention? I say,
Milan players in Guam.
Yes, 3 players. I'm out of the game now. COVID.
Hey, you know Fabian
COVID. No, it's on say no me bo ha.
Roma beat them today.
The first leg in the corner.
Roma they were robbed. Roma were robbed.
So the mania they now can do ba we are now. Play and say whether the national interest not only interest.
Just a minute.
Nico.
Of course.
Okay.
Mr. Tifria. But the striker.
Oh, the player and the coach as simple as
he said. He said we went to the player. And the code, there's a code here. And the
player spoke. I said the player spoke. I know. Report and report.
Was pleased over the weekend.
We will quotation.
I quotation. I'm rebel. And if I'm wrong, I walk. What he said. I've said it several times so far. There is a good football story being made here in Florence. We have a good team, good players, good support from the fans. Everything deserves respect. Only God knows what will happen in the next period. My desire is to see Fiorentina, to take Fiorentina to Europe. Because we haven't been in Europe for a long time.
He said,
Kofi with my because there's a large you can't come in tell them can.
Mama said the legend more penny.
The struggle was
maybe I already get Arsenal.
No, Gianluca Di Maggio is a journalist on a interview. What I say? Italian journalist on an interview no.
On trying to feel Gasa. Obi na interview no ka say Kofi.
I don't make it. You want to them kind.
Kapi.
You can in the rejection.
Kapi. Na say write up no nyina no akan no and there's no quotation. There can a different write ups. So you have read that one. What kind
Kwakwan read the message biara. O say Utie Zakito. Adana Tottenham ne Liverpool boy. And also Utie Zakito used words like Tottenham reduce Liverpool. Emma Okra catch and say reduce. Atenede. Zakito better also more
impressive. Obi already reduce Liverpool.
So it was a specific.
But the same time that game. The same time not so you know. No reduce Liverpool.
No reduce Obi.
One match.
But seriously, Kapiwa made a quotation of.
Oh, Mr. Otuo. I'm surprised you're saying this.
No quotation is about when it doesn't address his rejection.
Rejection.
Of course, yes.
They were kind
Yes. Rejection.
Rejection of Arsenal.
Of course.
I compare.
I will be a compare Florentina because we project. You're a good coach. You are your supporters, and I want to take Florentina to Europe. That is my goal. So there rejections on Kwaf.
The project. I did done
rejections on Kwaf now. That was the headline.
They that player and then Arsenal.
That is the headline. That is the headline.
I did manage on some more Mutino, Yano Mutini.
Bema Wada, and no me EFL Cup ni bi. And on this had we Macase, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, omo different level. When it comes to the Premier League, baby omo jinano. Other 17 clubs are called league no omo nuro.
Arsenal be omo ba.
Omo nyanuro. Nti se wan te sa de na se wan hwe ya be no mbekwa akobɔ
ano we Arsenal ne City na team se Arsenal na ben pa
ono mbekwa akobɔ awie ana se bi e be wie season no e wie season na hwe position na team adi abaka se awo coach kurasa ana o players nya de ba ne best statistics na bia wa anya fair assessment nti minim se emnwe this season no teams be brebe some players asa be brebe some coaches nya de eno ne to only no. So Chelsea, Liverpool, City. Ayo standard at the measurement of your team. Obetiare. Ubetimi win one game. Zutu. Ubetimi win one game. But you more a long season, you cannot compete with them. Ebi abetimi abone. To see a starting season and not Tottenham akwashe no Espirito Santo. No akwashe Manchester City. Oya do. But you more long season in you know. Who do you say with team no? But say one of the games are maybe I win a surprising results because on a normal day, Obi and him say City better than Tottenham was play. But a couple of maybe a Tottenham ashe. It's one game assessment in my own better than or no. And we are watching the game carefully. Zoto. Almost a majority of Chelsea players no more boy and players are say Chelsea will move full squad that they don't start. Chelsea will move full squad that they don't start. Because offer Thiago Silva or her. Thiago Silva will definitely start at Chelsea. Ben Chilwell will play ahead of Alonso. Rhys James, based on the form of the starting season, Abaye Chelsea right wing back. Kovacic, jogging, even though Bermuda latter stages of the season. N'Golo Kante, definitely just a Chelsea three-man method. Even in attack, Lukaku issue never a whole lot of issues. Lukaku best performance, overall performance in Europe. Even from Anderlecht to Chelsea, West Bromwich Albion, Everton, then to Manchester United before moving from Manchester to Inter Milan. And a performance last season with Inter Milan. Conte finding a system to suit Lukaku. At Chelsea, sometimes I say players around you, system being built by the coach. A team player is successful, but you move the same player to a different team. You move the player and yard. One who because a player nasa. Chelsea might play in a three back, but how Chelsea arrange their team up front, and then you quote to how Conte any team at Inter Milan with Lukaku. It's a year there. What we saw Lukaku doing last season at Inter Milan. Based on how Conte arrange Inter team no, and yes, Pepe and the two a year at a club friend say Chelsea. Enra, so for Chelsea lineup on the boy, it tells you the kind of depth or more as a team. Say. Then person me say the system at Chelsea, any the who Lukaku at Inter Milan and Chelsea koto no, and no can who be na Lukaku to me esele. Then person me no. Because you won't Lukaku say was SLE at Inter Milan last season. No? He was put in a specific system. At Chelsea is different. So about Lukaku as a lone manner, you will not get the best out in Lukaku. But at Inter Milan, you about Lukaku as the leading center forward. Then Lautaro Martinez as a second striker. It was more interchange. It's a day about who Lukaku saw here last season. He said at a certain point, Lukaku to me drop it deep, ebe for ball. It take you on players. Add in the pace, a create space, add my other players. It's interball almost season in a no. Show me to say Nicolo Barella. Check the number of goals he scored. Hakimi, check the number of goals he scored. Nina, most of them are the movement of two center forwards, no. Lautaro Martinez and Lukaku. It is about Chelsea. Some players are system players. Lukaku is a naturally talented player. It is such players we build system for them to excel. Eti me jitu mu say interview no ko grantee no yesi nyensem nyina na yeka it was totally wrong by see atnas ne assess ne nsem na wo kana how he was played at Inter Milan say asem we Conte kura kapen so fu say kwan say Chelsea for first use Lukaku nyesa no mo use no it to get the best out of Lukaku no the best ye nyina yeti ase ne say Lukaku ene a system player. Lukaku is no Messi, Lukaku is no Ronaldo. You develop a specific system to get the best out of a brand friends.
And the two and changing system in our Lukaku.
But if you want to get the best out of him, that's what you have to do. But also Tottenham, you know, to earn everything. No. And one I'm a shy DB, but because of time. Hey, Asna Musika Samuel.
Oh yeah, Scababa.
What him say? Minibody a quick one, just a minute. Born again in Friday into screen so now Shadi. Based on financial fair play. How every single club able to spending the English Premier League. So based on financial fair play. And they are ejina high CCA. Winter transfer window na be no. Sika club will be our so bet me spending in the transfer market. Arsenal bet me spending 201 million pounds.
Vlahovic.
Arsenal can spend 201 million pounds. I'm picking the top teams. Chelsea bet me spending 241 million pounds. In the transfer market. Winter Premier League in Kwan. Liverpool bet me spending 273 million pounds. City bet me spending 84 million pounds. Manchester United bet me spending 243 million pounds. Tottenham Hotspur bet me spending 400 million pounds. So I promise you no the command Antonio Conte. It's when he talks about the quality of the team and additions. Obeso said there was a promise.
Baba is a walk up. Baba is a walk up you. Baba is a say, Dusan Vlahovic on a foreign news stories or saying representatives and a granted side interview and then Vlahovic as a player and a granted in a Wabe train cinema. Coaches now more improve teams. Even forgetting about materials or at a particular moment. One of the best recently, Antonio Conte. You shouldn't forget, so about 8 Premier League matches. Yeah. He's here to lose a game.
Yeah.
And that is the best start to any Tottenham Hotspur manager in the Premier League. Yeah. Since he had 2 league needing Premier League, that is the best start for any Tottenham Hotspur manager. And HSA, Antonio Conte is doing something at Tottenham Hotspur, even with players who see.
Okay.
And he, why?
But that's it. Bafo, Yan more say echo.
Tama.
And some of you pay a headlines and an hour the other.
Oh, say a bit down.
Okay.
Now, two issues. Naming Kablasters. Verdict now, a buy and run. Many problem with the fact that what issues with referee's performance now or complaining to the FA. Of course, any serious football club, Sana obey. And it beholds on the federation, say committees, various committees no more no. On the momo, aye, omo juma senia, omo ye no. But my biggest worry, and they say decisions now committee no arrive here no. Me pese kameti as how they arrive at those decisions because the omo adiaba bontin there media menya impressed. It doesn't convince me enough. Why? Because number one, yes, I say obi no obi si akan na se nipa kro no owo ebia reservations bi na o complainia nipa kro de nko na omo hwe but other incident a see the entire game ni there who for the decision na omo de abana it appears say ya na omo nya interested and I think as say omo ehwe ni ye kakra
omo heading that's how the law says. That's how the law says.
Saying
they are complaining in the area.
No, but is it Tama?
They cannot look at it.
Tama, you see,
they cannot look at every game and every incident. To what BBC where how you will complain about those or try you report about those particular incidents.
I agree.
Then they look at it.
No, but I'm saying that in the same game, there might be some incidents. A bit more quality the other team.
Nobody has complained.
No, but you are talking. It is about a referee's performance.
They don't go and look at the game 90 minutes. What's the BBC 46 minutes? Then they'll look at what happened around that time. BBC 78 minutes. Then they look at what happened that they cannot go and watch every month 90 minutes. And what do match? When a BB hour. Now what Troko say? Striker versus Siasia. Some match, 82nd minute. The referee took a decision. We have observation. We take exception to that. The referee aired. But my way, then they will scrutinize that one. You want them to look at 90 minutes of every game.
Because in these games, there are incidents. Yana bi hono kwa no a de nipa kono complain here no. Yana bi ho worse than that.
So
but it goes free.
Somebody should complain.
No, to but
this is what happens everywhere.
No, I'm saying that if say committee no wanted to say the attempt another quest to give us a better officiating from referees, not necessary to punish them. I'm saying
the
that
number of matches that are played every weekend in Ghana.
Of course, why not?
From the Premier Division to a Mali to Way, they cannot watch every game and take decisions.
But once that appear before them, they should be interested in.
They don't sit down for 90 minutes and watch games, please. Wow, ball no. So when the BBC in a hour, now what question say? I deal with referee. Those are the things they look out for. You cannot go and sit there. Then 90 minutes because we are complaining about Kotoko and Kimbeza. You go and watch the goal match.
But tell me, say elsewhere, this incidents escape referees attention and I say the federations take actions on them.
There are particular ones. Maybe a red card, especially when the referee saw it. In England, for instance, they normally don't take decisions. Especially when the referee insists that I saw it. But I'm saying that maybe in stretch here, say a ball, na BBC 82nd minute. Now when you team, no one will anything wrong with it. Both sides will be uncomplaining. They don't normally waste their time on it. You agree.
Even when a serious incidents happen in that game, the referee must have committed some errors and blunders.
And nobody complained. And nobody complain. Usually they don't look at it.
I hold a contrary view to it.
You cannot watch every game 90 minutes.
No, but the time there are some games we are and some are appear the committees should take interest in those games.
One they read reports of referees and match commissioners. They find out whether the teams have issues with the decisions. Then they sit there and look at particular incidents. I'm doing your ball,
but the about money the blooding scope in kakra because some of the decisions
suggesting say young man say Kotoni King Facer because Kotoko wrote no once they write you look at the whole game
Yes, because for instance, it didn't make us say.
Now will be because Emmanuel Jenfi punishment was the last year.
I think that they have time to explain that.
Jenfi's situation was off the ball incident.
Yeah. The referee did not see it
at all. But when the referee sees and like take a decision, you know a different case. And that is the difference.
So we will allow referees to take some certain decisions. One way or a team is being best offer because in the same game, Kim Faisal Kotoko. Kotoko complained about 11th minute, but in the 55th minute there was an incident, a clear penalty incident for Kim Faisal. But because Kim Faisal did not complain, the referee said the that went for free. And the committee did not take interest in that. And I'm saying that it doesn't give confidence to amount for. It doesn't give confidence. It doesn't officiate, and you're fair. Because I, for instance, think say at that incident, referee should have seen it and take an action on it. Say referee a bit of a or sheda, a bit of a say because baby no jano to me to make a bit of a say because anybody or problem. No, but it's an incident that happened in that game. Team no a car akonhoma yebo team ho no e sika team no ankasa na akopɛ na ade na de abɔ ne ho akonhoma say and something that if you say amanfo bebre ye nyina David mpacho David something that yebo current management especially na yaw Nabaso say what me idea back Kotokomu, especially say we season we are last season no, but we had season we are Bibia Muye Biano a sika either
like in terms of running the club. Herbert Mensah
Herbert said that he had spent 6 billion that time. Mediache Menji.
Yes.
So it means that monies were coming from his pocket and the board. Don't forget the Herbert Times, no board.
Second Herbert.
No board or no MNT or no car say a car a dead thing.
And yes, our board on Herbert's one meeting.
He started without the board.
Exactly.
A tree and a board no buy. But as at time now all come. Now board members be sick out.
Okay.
Now if Herbert Nemu say he had spent 6 billion.
So there was a movement or a pointer. Herbert ran a club without the support of board in terms of Sikasem. And the movement being so board na good. Now Nana Ponsan starting administration of Kotoko. In the initial stages, now board them. In the initial stages.
If I listen to him, or can see
exactly. So that is the point. So in the initial stages, now board them, but today board them. Herbert Mensah time. In the initial stages, now board them. Later on board came. So there's been movement in Herbert Mensah's time and then you board us him.
He
uses
money. That's why
but legend 6 billion. Fine. Probably there are some ways and means to be to resist our 6 billion hour can was him. But the reality is that with TN Seminole can in a year. Was for the first time in the history of the club.
Yeah.
For the first time in the history of the club. But there's been movement Obiso run a club on our own board and as any other authority.
Food custom. Use your pocket money. Spends money. So they are check. But the bottom line is that it was his pocket money.
Herbert Mensah saw the 6 billion.
This time, what he's saying is that you run a club without anybody's support.
A club
sponsorship, a subscription, merchandising, commercial, and
process.
Dr. Chedian is Kakasiapa individual 3 years old.
The period that Dr. Che ran Kotoko, I mean, almost single-handed for about 3 seasons. It was his money. Kotoko had no sponsor, be unable to make your salaries. It
is 6 billion.
It is 6 billion.
Yes, it was money.
So
that's it.
It is it. That was reported.
So you know, you mean you have a joke with Momo and
It is 6 billion.
Also, they are trying to go him say, how I wish this can be replicated across board. Unfortunately,
I think that Sana you run football clubs all over the world.
Yes. And tell me how I wish no. Someone say ka ubenya nanka your clubs from across board no. Ka almost so but for instance I'm looking at let's say out to you. I'm looking at Yamfani say bia Mediema. Also omo you know a certain catchment area. Omo you know beti attract sponsorship. But we omo no fi ho no mo there are other teams getting sponsorship the way the match because even kotokokra no tama enye easy
wa for me that say dibo to asoma me
ni nyina ye personnel
but to asoma me
people that you appoint
say na
un say me start this campaign we ache say baby e na wiase ko no any football ko no ye de ho ato sometime aso El Cardiff from Gaza Super League. Cardiff. There will be Abbas. I never question what says. As I see it this way, Ubi or was as you be a with different ambition.
Oh yeah.
Ujina hey, the Unya Usika the Bayano. Miminya says Kana, the Obey and the Memen. The Messume and Nebia Wonye.
I think the point is making is that it depends on how small or big you are. And ebema obisi o na me boa me pa na me nya ayi matic keto pa yi kama wi ase amba yi
onya wi na bi mu de obesa pe
so at the point of a matter be do be obeka se me pe more than that so ka so bia o na ambition
dine se asewa o hwe okese na ade anyu
ba no point ni se ba bia ade ne ko no o si nyina yin bia akosa
no eno nchire se abase eno nchire se sika akotoko benya no ese chinchin academy compare SK and I say Bechem United compare SK because the weight of the club anyhow big a club no say even say
obu an expenditure for the month
yemfa say
kotoko team bia 1 year be so no ba
kotoko ne Bechem United e pray for one sponsorship
na 1 year be
oti achira ubetimi I make you quick judgment so between the two clubs there baby I said they kotoko city be sponsorship no go kotoko so the company be sponsor two teams now sika de bema kotoko no over say can be ma Emma Bechem United it's the kotoko be ye no nya no bi na Bechem be ye Bechem me eno ahwa na me kono Bechem as a club me to agama wo hoyi me ye sure say agama say oji league anasa agama ra top form a ofa ne say bonus Techima 11 wonders ye bo season ni we no ka league ma ono so ka power je no because full say na ho den be betimi aso no
na has ne go to konso
eh league yeah they want to win the league
if you one league you are supported the pressure to
so the mention say etimi me full say
who go to player tie who go to Clinton bi no bo Bechem no ne mbago mo asa ko ye mpen kwala
ne kure
yo eno na wo ye bi
twende
ena o ya na say Blasters for performance coach video analyst on the first nanga sanyo mani nyina ni ho ye problem a Ghanaian clubs wo no the personal na ye form adwuma no nipa na ye form de o mototo adwuma no enu nti na Ghanaian clubs so fa Ghanaian clubs yetimi obetimi ko fa tailor ni so nko carpenter ni adwuma
Ghana club
na say si da bia so ene ye wo ukọ clubs a ye wo chief negotiators say na djuma ne say do say club ne enter into negotiation wo de kwatena se na ko negotiate obi so feel that was specializing no but ye clubs no ye nte sa anyoma na se enu ti ne ye clubs ne bre no obi a ne akofa ne edna betena no enei asante ko kofa na ya mponsa whether you like it or not wa kire say when it comes to marketing aspect of the game he understands it anya hwe kwan look at the number of sponsorship odi abakotoko it's in the best sponsorship you can easily say he has a sell when it comes to sponsorship that is his field but other clubs follow the same steps appointing people of more knowledge areas where football betimi abuild and only say anyoma na yesi here because me there me kan ma sa aka biem wo ye football club and nay na do ani tu nipa ba akoso so no na meyo team ma wa hwe beduru ba bi na team ko relegation na wo team e ko relegation Ozay
is am good mu dwane just good good too good so mu dwane
be ma boda yanka blaster match ne kakra na Metieti comments bebree. Yes, will be adding a drink reba. Team Ninya de no one. Let me state this. African countries are cup of nation in there were bro be asked a cup of nation is Algeria. Aside of winning cup of nation in 2019. Since then, omu lose match biya. At any stage be on Beijing National Bobo, whether a friendly game, whether say qualifiers, and as organizing. Then best me chene say, based on what they have and have on what build on team no, they are the best. Menkasi intiminji because menkasi intiminji. On set you, me to ye analysis. Oh your analysis are definitely the best among them at that particular moment. No, on abaga so the favorite to win. Yeah, about 2019 Cup of Nation. By African ranking, no Algeria at the 12th. They were not the best then, based on performance of teams into the tournament. But eventually they came and won the Cup of Nation, and they were the best African country. Okay, it's your best. Me sure say, year 2010, and year 2015, your squad at about 2008, Ghana, Nigeria, 2010 and 2015 squad no better than 2008 there no. But these two. Omokobo final.
We were committing errors.
Team on say your goals, yeah, agreed, especially when it comes to goalkeeping. But recently, Enra game I'm sure one of the best Black Stars games I'm sure. Oh yes, one of the best Black Stars games I'm sure. Especially based on materials na you use Enra no. Any additions be an anchor team no. Mimi obi amzoto. I find it hard using friendly games to make total conclusion on a team.
They are indicators.
Agreed. But me know be me used to want to judge a team say because of Jacobo friendly match the team in there.
Okay.
So what the match I say? Enra Abaz be resign maybe. Na ekoda na ha me kakra. Timi ye se me ye hu adwuma kakra. Zutu. Ye can worry 100.7 there. Say the House of Folk Board, if there is a management there, they should start talking to the players. Players need the wom. Abase mu bibia start talking to the players. Because and some na me ten wo masum enura no. It doesn't sound well. Onim say bodu be take team no. Costa Puppet report ado de akwa board o kan say players na won ukochu omo enye no. O kan report na emu a at a point o ka kire omo say players na complaining about sikasem o team nim. Now we try as much as possible so be on the board chairman be share na di nkomo. By changes in ma etine oko players no players didn't trust in biem because players ni who no Puppet say on team fight ma on no players no. Baby omo complain bi ni. Mizoto has of 4 players e complaining ma coach Boadu say omo we winning bonus omo nhwe na mpanyifo ntum. Has a winning game e wa we a on say ade ba akoso so a aya na kotoko ne has a di problem ba ne say players no more has no omo na mfo kotoko e na players no more kotoko no mo na mfo has ndo mo didi omo nkomo has ebo game e wa we no mo winning a omo winning bonus e 250 Ghana 250 Ghana omo bo home no mo winning a e 200 Ghana
e bonus ndi nya
e 200 Ghana
Brunica bonus wa chifa le
chi.
Yeah, ndibo anything na.
Be said that for bear 3 clubs pay. Because as good winning match wa we are 350 and a home year 250.
As good pay Biazu no wages 7,000.
Eba na botre.
Me bia no bitika no.
7,000 and one hour can 31st December ya o. And a Fatao sign a new contract.
I need 10,000.
Meba.
Ngwaza no ni 8,000.
Ngase bi mu.
Sina ma bia no bisi. Otika mo si a odene de no ko.
You to
ngwaza. Kamara ngwaza.
Na kotoko before season the best start no. Their way bonus na 500 Ghana and a home year 300. But say we na move to 700 Ghana. Home 400 Ghana. It is a playable. O say
Sina home here not do.
It is a playable. On say playable has standard nekotoko. Whether you like it or not. Now we say no we say because the players are complaining bitterly. The players are complaining and Adeba say time omoji league no. minim bosha board chairman any board no ko kachire has players no sika ye de ma players no mizoto omudi hu ya pa etinei de onya akese kura nya 4000 Ghana ebi nya 1000 ebi nya 15000 so what the mention say but no mo fu say number of years na has in G League no na so maba no maba be je they were expecting but say there ade ba ko mo complain pa which may sure say the board members are aware o maka kire coach no e sika e de mo wini home 200 Ghana away 250 Ghana.
Legend, I have to do an extensive discussion on House of Folk current situation. Let me plead with them. So Munye will say.
But just for your information, from our Arsenal research desk, the same Dimazio reported, and he's given that CT after Vlahovic. Does this mean per CSS commander he has also rejected CT? Okay, go ahead.
Report okay, so let me plead with them. Say, Omomo when court, sir boys way home. Legend. Say, yeah, I was say Nuru Suliko, and a Manuanete ko. Radio Vocan Sokolo. Umar Manaf, Robert Sowa, Patrick Razak, Vito Edu, Kwadwo Bin Jr., a free Barnier. Sir, place you in our contract air running out. Man 2 seasons. Say 2 seasons. Next season, oh boy. And so place you in our contract air running out. The key amongst them. What's some Tom Boss and I'm discussing ye. A branch of friends say a free year ban unwillingness to renew the contract because of the current happenings in the club. It is a key issue and a major concern. Now, say a free year ban no. Before so they may call into why the boy doesn't want to renew and why the situation is so critical for the club to renew his contract. No, my minister says so omutime and renewer would there with immediate effect. O the omon pesika bia beban hu bia no monche no munya sika no omofa omabo enko. Eni kwan say free year ban your contract and run it down. Ebra House of Folk enya penny. Player no so ebe call on to aso mbon fama House of Folk. It shouldn't happen. What the a brand one of why the boy doesn't want to renew. But the minister of money say situation is completely beyond them. What the money wants to any year. Omon just can't tem na free year ban here. And yes, he come from my House of Folk and san obekwa. Because in recent days, and I say yes, kakrai. There are some players be or music buy and a club no e dey run the affairs of the club. Make I say House of Folk with Sometymer players no Frank Nita boys na nko de omuji league no. Boys na e no mo ko. There was one player they managed to sell him. That was with Okobena. Legend, let me say this. With Okobena sika. House of Folk points sika e free no buy no. And House of Folk e declare mo on bridges is the first rank na ba na enom declare. 2 and then see House of Folk eton Kofi Koji $150,000 Mr. Moore. Omudi ye no ma bebebe in the affairs of House of Folk. The situation of a free year ban and a bro club na so a. Nasa Elijah Kambini Vincent Odo Teso watimi nya ho hwea. Those running the affairs of the club but omunyi omanimu MPA. But omun running the affairs of House of Folk. So omun timi solve problem na. A free year ban here with immediate effect or money 300 b 150,000 they should get money from a free year ban here. Now say you could that's what it is a free year ban a free agent. And to a free club in my club end now 1 penny. I year season and as so man award on. So I the best player of Ghana Premier League. I know kwaje wa for under 20 or na kwaje on. I know boy TFA carbon and air top scorer on. Now some player no call on free transfer. Nasa plan na better na me show mo hu na me no me show mo say na ko fi show mo say no mo to na ye din ko mo say on et mesra me say I will go critically into the issue why the boy doesn't want to renew but the me can say omo ton we for kwabra enya sika e de ye no ma bebebe e kla mo on bro jerseys ni ade e ho ba fa so say Kofi Koji ko $150,000 as can buy. So omutimi sign boy no own renew the contract. They should get money from a free year ban.
Okay, Captain.
Mr. Otuo, on the review panel for Omo Oyomo de Baye. I want to believe say na say I just want to accept say that boy mfege share so to any the next go no ejina e makoto konya da go
against one.
later first initially I thought say player back no your offside no or your movement but later me share a video no over and over no I could see say the boy maybe no jano was good that go no should have stood but then I did a bet talk to supporters lips. In fact, to be a coffee, I don't know they call say referee aji penalty. Now referee no, I rescinding decision. Say any penalty against Kim Faisa. And no one na kotoko. Omo Trump card the kind of move say as your penalty referee no, and especially the fourth referee no was that fourth referee Daniel Lai. And the advisory referee say me wanye sabo no. On rescind the decision. And for that on deserve to South Africa. Because when the good offense say the new one that's what good referees the new one say and they review committee no buy you know per nima ko to choko e no and number 1 and then how much they say the referees had it right and now church mo ha emrebi said there was a punishment to a referee and an assistant because that fourth referee referee and the fourth referee Yama fourth referee punishment in Kotoko games against Bechem because the fourth referee or yen statement was saying Mr. Otuo Emrano Emma Quincy fourth referee or a part of the referees Omudi ball and then I want to believe say Kotoko numerous supporters
he only advises the referee
the
referee can decide to ignore him
of course that I mean example say Daniel Udiano fourth referee advising Otie you know Onyaban no oni ball. So I want to believe we say so with this particular one I am so happy. Kifesa and complaining and you know player and the opponent you know and Kodanche. But this one I hear clear. What is any registered in from my mind?
Okay,
These 3 players are under club consult. Ansawochi, Barnier and Aziz. And Hassan make attempt to contact club consult for renewal. But Emwa de Kakra. So,
Ghana players in our club.
Yeah, these 3. Ansaboche, Barnier, and Aziz, you know, Munya and the club consult. Our mattress or Moya attempt and Reno Baba, but a wide in Kakra. And let's wait and see what will happen. I'm say, Mene, I'm say, Jibu, me position about the Blasters getting a share and run. The don't say, what we call an in China. The original team no no munya better saying boy na share and run. The see and say the one we no na rise in boy I had 3 crucial saves a keep Algeria in the game. At the no defense and they say no more better goalkeeper any bi.
I tell you.
The any Algeria defense and they say e boy one we no na rise in boy the difficult moment in na why saves no e dey keep Algeria in the game. But Blasters ya nyese ba kokora keeper so bia nyese ba kokora goal no ko bia e go eti na ye no mu defense na no because she attempt me so na e very close on goal o munya 4 nya 3 you understand possession na you know it wasn't a game na me so look at the second for example you buy the game no before second goal no ba no it is all about Ghana. Pateji boni nya mu party. Oji boni nya no mu pintake no. So oji boni nya boy no mu team match no. You know I'm hoping say Kamaldeen will come. Jordan e was injury. You better cover. Mubarak Wakasu will join the team. The day are you. So when all these guys come now, I think say the team will be
legend dia Cantona ne brother Mr. Abuaje and then Mr. Abuaje birthday was say young wish a happy birthday for Mr. Abuaje. That's a big one. Chairman Fulabi, chairman of all chairman. Chairman so me Mr. Oba no was settlement you so me so me mo official pass
Patoland.
Babranza na Zaka.
The boy am I in way, you know. Pato say David was CB.
Nanu ya dia me we na ujina come. Am I on nanu?
David was CBG. Ashton branch say David in for program in Niagara. And David did that.
June. So me
about use skills.
I mean me soon my bonnet tata na e so me say some net doors by the best say yame admatch na Saturday. Na me catch you Kofi say
Otusu I don't know ma decide that.
Kofi so man ko ho nyi ntini me bra no has there na ban me sere ne pa e si afufufum on kan akoma ntoni yam na onja ma abas no o kan no kure nyina abas mpese obeka ntoni onja na kire me te se me bra ba ko ka se club consult ya de afrim they say en kan wasem biem ya free side
Fabio Gama Isaac Opon Clinton Opoku out of Sunday's game because of injuries.
Fabio Mobi dada.
Obo dada say.
Be 3 matches in Obo.
Fabio Gama Isaac Opon Clinton Opoku omonya available.
Ebi no.
Tell me your team but some me the buy pa kese pa time I say your supporters no dey be catch o me say Manchester ball baba yara ni nyina no me say gateway na a special popular stand you mu bi ni e kwotena tom de tu anim ye to management anim you be srom say management na ti o mu sufure ate so last season koroko your supporters ni team ni nyina see your team anje league no so me na ye baba yara and you see team ya baba yara na say team ni etimi yire omo ho na new year omo timi my package e ma koroko supporter bia akoma ton ye ma so me yensa de ensayem sere supporters ni say se betimi anje league ni dia nyame aduma free Sunday ko ni home match saka nyina be sere supporters no se nyina me se baba ya sports stadium ma na dwumaji a management ni board na edi se koroko team be fa no to ma pa afra no ye de kakra no ye be sere se ye mra meyi ni afamo club ye so na betimi age league no anya se ye ba betia players so me of late koroko ye bomb match baba ya rentimi wini
Okay.
ni nyina supporters no e che be sere se ye ba so a ya ba beto asuti ma bie kakra bi ato aba brano no protocol ko dia
Watch you. Where did you come? You said this is here. Omo complain for omo tackle Sani officer America about 4 players but factory any technical team management rakasa so mo can solve problem no am I free ban here dey no so a now me aso kan no so di mu nkomo no so almost be I can contract ni be 10 months ti bi omu a but for so di mu nkomo say dey be ya ni me be koyi
and they know
whatever be so 4 players now omo say omo clean musica say yango musica mo no bia
aba so kan 10 no 4 free so we free o 10 months no 4 free so we free
so me dem di wie no say
we to support
we am ba no number be cheche ne mamu
4 free
ye ka bi wo ha ya no supporters ni bi ntiase ba e nipa su na wiase kokko body me kan fiase kokko body e da ne kokko a na sisa ye kwam
oboa utim de yampoto
utase body ne ye kokko pe
sisa ye kwam ensay
ye wie ya na ka futu ko
afra
ye se wie se si ye boye kono asisi ya no
oboka kokko embu ba bia
yes boss ya no ye boss ya no just ya the defender ba ko nuru score yes gusu se ya se na atakonya fo papa tienta on reza no man run the club ni sa
you be don't go say siasi and go kind be they only said they are giving the referee benefit of doubt because they themselves don't see the incident clearly as per the video evidence they never endorse his decision. Okay, that's what I said.
Be anto for Dr. Musu. Bema na wajina ya. Dr. Musu tafo club 600. Na just say ni nyina no. Tabiata.
Oye pa FM kasi oboy na